I'm Miss Ferguson, and today we're going to be learning about the three branches of government. And the standards that we have are just listed right over here. So today we're going to make sure that we identify what the separation of powers are and the checks and balances, as well as identify the three branches of government and the functions and the powers that each of them have. So what are the three branches of government? We are going to go over that really quickly. So the three branches of government are the executive.
Make sure that check off and whatever you haven't done already.
What?
I know. Okay. Wait, what?
The legislative.
Yes. Wait a second.
Okay, hi, this is Gardner, and today I'm going to be teaching a lesson for writing class for
In the judicial.
So, today we're going to be learning about using descriptive words and sentences.
So maybe
So these are the three branches of government. Each of them has a different role and responsibility inside our government. And what are these roles exactly? Let's watch this little video really quick to make sure we can identify what these roles are.
I know they're like go back and then but it's like but she's probably your cousin. Aubrey, she's recently been married. Okay, so
And this video basically shows you what the what branches we have and what their roles and responsibilities are. So, for example, let's look right here at these roles. So based off of the video, we saw that the president can veto the legislation. So they are allowed to say what can go and what can't go. We can also look at, if I can keep this up, look at this right here.
how do I upload? That's just my word.
The judicial branch can declare what laws are constitutional and which ones are unconstitutional as well. And finally,
And we need another person over here to help. I'll be watching. Okay.
Does this work if I just type these?
Do you need someone to record you?
There's like several hundred.
this is the wrong one. They can also, the legislative branch can also tell the president, give them the laws that they have made already, and they can have the president vote if he wants to pass the bill or if he wants to veto it. And if he decides to pass it, the judicial branch will look at it and they will say, oh, this is good, this is a constitutional law, we need this for our government. They can also say this is unconstitutional and bring it back to the president, which he can go forward and pass the law anyway.
Dropbox, yeah. I love Dropbox. I have it connected to my computer, so all of everything I do saves in my Dropbox.
So here are the key terms that we want to remember. So veto, what does it mean to veto? A veto,
Oh, sorry, you want one? Oh, I actually don't have any more, but I have your yellow bar.
means a constitutional right to reject a decision or proposal made by a lawmaking body. So one thing that I want us to really remember is they can reject a decision or proposal made by a different one. So to veto means to reject. A bill is a draft of a proposed law presented to Parliament for discussion. So this one, the keywords that we want to remember here are a draft of a proposed law. That's just one thing that helps us to know that this is what the legislative branch thinks is going to be a good law for the executive branch to further continue into our government. The executive branch
I know it's not.
is the person or branch of a government that's responsible for putting policies or laws into effect. So this person is our president usually. And so he or she is responsible for putting policies or laws into effect. And finally, we have the last two, and there's the legislative, which has the power to make laws. So the key word there is make laws. And our last is the judicial branch, who is of, by, or appropriate to a court or judge. So the word that I think is most important in this part is court or judge. That reminds us who is in charge of the judicial branch and who is inside the branch as well. All right, and now we'll review. So if I can get, do you want to come? Sure. So what you're going to do is you're going to drag one of these over and one of these over. So it's one of the branches and one of their rules.
Yeah, but it's a circle. What color is the apple? It's green. Perfect. All right. And we'll watch the video.
You might have to do a different one. I don't know why it does that. Okay.
Sure, anyone can do. I just need one from
Okay, so if I think I'm done with this,
Perfect. And so on and so forth. And so that's our little bit of review. Is there anything
Or
else?
I can.
I think you need to write with the magic
Oh,
pen.
writing with the magic.
So, okay.
So let's highlight one of the things that the president can do. The president can either veto
What two colors
or,
are on Joey's?
oh no,
Blue and red. Perfect. So if we were to use that in a sentence, how would you word that?
or he can pass a law
Joey's swimsuit has two colors.
to make it a bill and to make it official in our constitution, in our government.
We'll see if this
Anything
works.
else?
Did you make one of the pictures larger?
Oh,
Okay.
I
see
think
that
I
really
like
quick.
mine. You need to look at it and
See ya. Not tomorrow. Okay.
Yeah, I'll see you.
I don't know. Oh, the activity two is your regular session.
I spotlighted this one.
Is your erasing thing?
Let me go to this one.
I want to see another rec. I don't know if it's the same one, but you put all the stuff we need to know in the page and stuff.
Just kidding. I'll write with a pen really fast.
I know, I'm like, oh.
I'll just write G.
I know. Well, thank you. Till 5.
Till 5.
Just keep going.
Well, if it turns like that fast, you'll be done in an hour.
Okay, I'm almost done with work. I haven't even gone there.
And do you have any different diagrams or is it?
Yeah, so they're all a little bit different. So this one's white. That one's blue.
I think that's it then, right?
Perfect.
Yay!